Welcome to the Week 11 interactive lecture. Proofreading. It's always a good practice to proofread your written work before submitting as a student, but don't ignore that practice in the work world. Employers are impressed with employees who show attention to detail, as can be shown in writing. Let's review revision and editing of essays one more time before you submit your final essay. I hope the editing and revision I did with my resume are just as good as the editing and revisions I've done with my essay. I'm sure there is more polishing that I can do with my essay. I think there may have been one or two things I may have missed. When you revise your essay, you are not fixing spelling, punctuation, or grammatical errors. When you revise, you review the body of your essay to make sure that the subpoints you brought up in your introductory paragraph are well developed within the body of your essay, and that the sentences within those body paragraphs flow well. Click on the right button to learn more about essay revision, unity. To achieve unity, all the details of an essay must be related to the thesis. Each time you consider discussing a point in your essay, you should pass this test. Does this point support the thesis? If it doesn't, leave it out. When you write your essay, advance a single point and stick to it. That means stick to one main idea. Be certain that all of your paragraph details relate to your topic sentences. Be certain that all of your paragraphs relate to your thesis. And so when you have body paragraphs that relate back to your thesis, then you have unity. Support consists of the details, facts, and examples that are used to prove an idea. Support is about using facts so that the reader will believe you. All essays must have support to be effective. A good thesis should contain 3 points of support, which are discussed in the body paragraphs of the essay. And your details should be vivid, specific, and authoritative. Coherence in an essay means that all of the points stick together like glue. They flow into one another logically and make sense when compared alongside one another. Coherence is when transitional words and phrases are used to organize the flow of sentences and paragraphs into a specific order. So you organize and connect your evidence. Be certain that your body paragraphs reflect your thesis statement. And so you can use transition words like first, second, third to connect your body paragraphs together. Sentence skills. When you revise your essay, make sure that the sentences that you write are clear and easy to read. Write complete sentences, not fragments. Do not write run-on sentences. Use verb form correctly. Make sure that subject, verbs, and pronouns agree. Let's take a look at Kim's essay to answer these questions and help her revise her essay. And so when you do the peer review, when we do peer review, you should be asking yourself these same questions when you look at other people's papers, as well as when you revise your own paper. Is my purpose expressed in a strong thesis statement? Are my ideas in logical order? Do I have enough support and evidence to prove my point? Are there additional details that do not relate to my topic that should be removed? Do my ideas relate to each other? Where can I use stronger transitions to create smoother flow of thought? Is my purpose expressed in a strong thesis statement? So here, Kim might be able to make her thesis statement stronger by tying it back to the first sentence. What's missing in her thesis statement when you compare it to the first sentence? So those who lead stressful lives sometimes have more health issues. When they have more health issues, their overall well-being is diminished. One way to decrease stress and improve health is to participate in calming activities. One calming activity is petting or playing with a dog. Dog owners gain more from dogs than slobbery kisses because owning a dog can actually reduce stress and improve overall health, overall well-being, and also prevent many health issues. That's what's missing, and also prevent many health issues. So this way you have a circular introduction paragraph where you repeat what was said in the introduction. So she's missing more health issues. So that way it makes for a stronger thesis statement. So that's what's missing. Are my ideas in logical order? Stress can increase health issues because of the way that the body reacts to it. With an increase in stress, one heart's health decreases. So here you have an example of an in-text citation. You have a website name because they couldn't find the author name, and then when you have ND, that means there was no date. So this is how you would write a reference citation, a paraphrase quote. A less costly way to decrease stress than prescription medications is to adopt a dog instead of refilling expensive medications month after month. Money can be diverted into play toys and dog food, which is considerably less costly. Not only that, but using these play toys does not create any negative side effects, unless laughter and joy can be considered as negative. Except for the second paragraph, the ordering of the paragraphs follow the order set out in the introductory paragraph, moving the reader from a broad idea to a more specific idea in the last paragraph. And so that's why your body paragraphs have to reflect or echo what you wrote in your introduction paragraph. Also, your body paragraph needs to match what you wrote in your thesis statement in order for you to have essay coherence. Do I have enough support to prove my point? And so here, she has three different paragraphs, all of different lengths. Here you have a paragraph with maybe 2 sentences. This paragraph has like 5 sentences, and this looks like it's got 2 sentences. And basically when you write your paragraphs, they should all have 5 sentences, 5 sentences, 5 sentences, or 7 sentences, 7 sentences, 7 sentences. So that way your support looks even, and it looks more authoritative when you have even number, same number or similar number of sentences. Are there additional details I can add? Well, yeah, because for this one, all right, she needs to add more so that you would have 5 sentences. So this one needs more, and this one needs more. And then she needs to either that, or she can rewrite this one and make it shorter so that it matches this one and this one. Either way, and not only that, but using these play toys does not create any negative side effects unless laughter and joy can be considered as negative. And so here, this Kim will need to rewrite this paragraph since she didn't mention play toys in her introduction paragraph. So whatever she didn't mention in her introduction paragraph cannot be put into the body paragraphs. Do my ideas relate to each other? The ideas in the thesis are all relatable. Where this draft breaks down is the second paragraph of the body. Kim will not only need to rewrite one paragraph, but the ideas within that paragraph should relate back to the introduction and should also relate within the paragraph itself. And so if I remember correctly, she mentions toys, but she didn't mention toys up here, and she didn't mention toys in her thesis statement. So if she's going to mention toys, she needs to have mentioned it somewhere over here. So whatever you write in your introduction then gets repeated in your body paragraphs. And that gives you unity. Where can I use stronger transitions to create better flow? When Kim rewrites this third paragraph, she needs to make sure to transition the ending of that paragraph to the beginning of the next paragraph. So she needs to, so the last sentence of each paragraph helps you transition into the next paragraph. When you edit your essay, so first you do revision. Okay, the first step is revision. And in revision, we make sure that the essay structure is solid. We make sure you got a thesis statement with 3 matching paragraphs, and you make sure that each topic sentence relates back to the thesis statement, and then you make sure that the subpoints relate back to the topic sentence, and you make sure you got transitions between all your ideas, and you also make sure that the conclusion of one paragraph transitions into the beginning of the next paragraph. So once your essay structure is solid, that's known as revision, then the second stage of the rewriting part to correct your essay, the second stage is called editing or proofreading. So it's the same. So first you correct for essay structure. Now you're going to correct for grammar. Grammar is the last thing that you correct. So when you edit your essay, which is the last thing you do after you correct for essay structure, you review sentences for correct grammar, word choice, punctuation, usage, sentence structure, and point of view. You also make corrections to any spelling errors or typos, as well as any capitalization errors. And so here, grammar. To avoid grammatical errors, edit the following. When a comma separates 2 independent clauses, break it into 2 sentences. When a sentence is comprised of 2 or more ideas, in other words, the run-on sentence, break it into 2 or more sentences. When a sentence does not seem to complete a thought, and it's a fragment, rewrite the sentence to include both a subject and a predicate. When editing word choice, you add adjectives and adverbs to a sentence to give it deeper meaning, such as, the girl walked down the street, which is boring. So here you can change the sentence to make it more meaningful. The homeless teenager walked quickly down the dimly lit street. Point of view. Revise sentences to omit first-person phrases. For example, I believe healthcare reform is necessary to make hospitals more accountable to cost. But if you're going to write a research paper, take out all the I believe, or I think, and rather simply state in third person, health care reform is necessary to make hospitals more accountable to cost. Notice that the second sentence sounds more authoritative in tone as it is expressed with confidence and directness. So when you get rid of the I believe, you make your sentences sound more authoritative and believable. Make sure you take these steps one more time before submitting your essay. Read your essay aloud. Reading your essay aloud allows you to catch any language that doesn't sound right. Read your essay backwards, sentence by sentence, which allows you to focus on each sentence individually. Print your essay. When you print your essay, you can read it by using a pen to follow along, moving slowly to catch any errors you might not have seen on screen. Change the font. When you change the font as you read your essay, you have a chance to catch something you may not have seen in the previous font. Take a break. When you take a break, leave your writing alone for a while. You can come back to it with a fresher perspective. Use the Smart Thinking tutoring service to review your essay, but do that early in the week since the turnaround for Smart Thinking is 24 to 48 hours. Review your in-text citations and full references backwards, comparing each to the corresponding type of reference in the APA section of your course text. So let's say you have John Smith as your reference. So you should have John Smith in your in-text citation, and you should have John Smith in your reference citation. And then if you have Jane Doe in your in-text citation, you should have Jane Doe in your reference citation, so that your reference list should match each of your in-text citations. That's how you know that you've got all of your sources covered. And that's the end of the Week 11 interactive lecture supplement. If you have any questions, feel free to email me.